Hey guys, so Sunnies Face just released their own eye makeup. It's called eye crayons, and these are long wear cream color sticks. So there are currently 10 shades, but I only got 10. I only got 3 because I'm not really a fan of cream eyeshadows because they tend to crease on me, and also because I have oily lids and I live in a hot country. All cream shadows on me will just like melt away, so I'm not really... I like cream shadows, but it's just with the weather here in the Philippines, it's just not the best. That's why I try not to buy cream shadows, but I bought 3 because they have a sale right now. If you buy 3 for $9.99, and I bought these 3 because I've been looking for like a neutral brown shades, and a lot of shadows right now, both powders and creams, they're all leaning towards warm browns, and I'm just looking for neutral browns. And I bought 3 shades. This is Steady, Camel, and Earth, because they're the most neutral from the bunch. I swatched the 10 shades, and I'm just gonna put it in the photos. I swatched them all in stores, but I just got these 3 because they're just the most suited to my makeup preferences right now, which is just neutral. So let's first start with the packaging. It's so small and it's so slim, and this has an 18-month shelf life, and you only get 0.8 grams of product, so that's quite a very small amount. And the packaging looks like this. It feels like a marker that you got when you were a kid. So this is what it looks like. And then I feel like this has so it also comes with a sharpener, which is helpful if you prefer it with a pointy what do you call this, pointy edge. But for me, with cream shadows, I just prefer just dabbing it all on the eyes and then just blend it with my fingers. So I don't really see the need for me to use this sharpener, but it's a nice addition. And then I might regret this later on, but let me just bring out the product all the way, so we will see how much product this has. So this is it. You'll get about this much of product, so it's not a lot considering this was quite expensive for how much product you get, but it's okay. I have a lot of eyeshadows, so I won't use this up immediately, but if you don't have a lot of eye makeup collection, then you might run out of this a bit quicker, especially if you wear this every day. But if you only wear eye makeup for special occasions, then this is okay. By the way, I swatched this all in store, and I've already washed my hands, and they're still there. And mind you, I've been really rubbing it, so for longevity wise, I think it's quite good. But take into account that my hands are not oily, so I'll just go. So if this is going to be my first impression, so if this melts on my eyes, I'm just gonna update it in the description box. But this is Camel. So this is Camel. It's just this like neutral beige, which another thing why I didn't buy a lot of their eye crayons is because a lot of the shades that they have are similar to the shades that they have in the lipstick form. So this one, I think, is similar to the milk tea shade from their nudish collection, Fluff Mattes. And then the formula is also the same. It's just the silicone smooth formula that's easy to blend. So this is Camel, and I'm just going to blend it a little bit. So there. And then the next one is Steady. So the pencils correspond to the color of the crayon inside. So this is Teddy. So it's more of like a milky brown than this suede camel brown. So that's full applied. This one is smudged with the finger, blended with the finger. Then the last one is their darkest shade, which is Earth. I wasn't planning on buying this one, but then they describe it as blackish brown, but it's not as dark as I thought it would be, so I like it because I don't like dark eyeshadows. So I got this one. So you see, even though it's described as blackish brown, it's not as dark as I thought it would be. So it's just a good like darkening in the eye area, but it's not too dark. So that's it. And then when blended, it looks like this one. So you see, as I mentioned, I just bought the neutral shades with neutral base, not pinkish, not mauvish, not orangish. Oranges, is that even a word? Because I just really prefer browns right now. So these ones are all that I got, and I'm just gonna apply Camel and Teddy all over my eyes, and then I'm just going to darken it out with Earth, so that you can see how this apply on the face, on the eyes. But for me, usually with cream shadows, I just prefer one, and if I want a bit more like contrast, I'm just gonna use my powder eyeshadows. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to apply this all over my eyes. I don't have anything on my eyes. If you prefer blank eyelids, you can put your concealer or eye primer, but I don't usually. I just apply it like this. This is just like the same color as my eyelids, so which is good because that's what I'm looking for, just like a very natural eyeshadow for my skin tone. So it's blending well, but compared to, say for example, their lip dips or their fluff mats, if you apply them on your lids, they have a little bit more slip than these ones. This ones has, I feel like they have less silicone, so they're not as glidey as the lipsticks, but because of that, they're also a bit more long lasting because they stick better to the skin. So this is Camel, and I love it because it's just so natural. Just like added a bit of extra in my eyelids. So that's Camel, and then this is Teddy. I'm gonna put it on this side. So this is also good for beginners because for beginners, of course, you don't want like full on glam. So if you're just getting into eye makeup, then this is a good starting product because they are not as pigmented, so they're not too loud, and if you make a mistake, that's okay because it's not that obvious. And then it's also a cream, so you can just apply one color all over the lid and be done with it. So if you're not really comfortable with eye makeup, but you just wanted to try what you look like, you just wanted to see what you look like with eyeshadow, then this is a good introductory product. But if you already have a lot of cream shadows or eyeshadows, this isn't really necessary. But of course, if you want to buy, then go ahead and buy it. So Teddy is darker, so it's definitely showing up better on my skin. But Camel will also show up on my skin. I mean, it's not translating in the camera, but it is showing in real life. And it just creates like this, it's just one shade darker than my eyes, than my skin. So it's just like a very natural shade. And then Teddy is a bit more chocolatey, reddish brown. So it shows up a bit more. I'm gonna put Earth on my lash line, just to define my lash line and see how well this contrasts. And yeah, it's not, like you can see, it's not as dark, so you can even just use this all over the lids for like a very light neutral smoky eye. So I'm going to blend it on the lash line, and that's it. So an eye makeup done. I'm gonna just do it on the other. It's very forgiving. This formula is very forgiving because it's not super pigmented immediately, so you have time to build up the eyeshadow, which is really good, especially if you are not really an expert in applying eyeshadow like me. You can, because it's better to build up the color than to just have it like full on pigment immediately. So yeah, that is it for the eye swatches. It's just so natural, which is what I am really looking for these days. And it's not super oily, it's not super creamy, that even though I have oily lids, I still feel comfortable with wearing it, because they have like, they have this formula that isn't really a super glidey compared to other creams. So it's really more forgiving for those with oily lids. And then I love the color. So that's it for the eye swatches. Let me just swatch these three together with the lipstick that I have. I have Baked and Nudish. I don't have milkshake or milk tea, I'm not even sure. But yeah, the one that is like yellowy beige from their lipstick line, I feel like this is going to be pretty the same. I mean, they're not going to be exactly the same, but if you blend the lipstick on your eyes, it's going to look the same. So this is Nudish. Nudish actually is very mauvey, so it's not, so Nudish is not exactly the same as these three that I got, but there are also other shades that have this plummy or mauvey undertone. So if you guys like plummy shades, they have that one in this eye crayon. But if you guys want to save some money, just use your Nudish lipstick. And then this is Baked, which I feel like it's not going to be, yeah, it's not going to be similar to the shades that I got. But if you guys bought all of the 10 shade ranges, you will have something similar with Baked as well as Nudish. Like, I am seeing the swatches that I did earlier, and I can see similarities between Nudish and Baked and two of the shades that are left in this swatches. So yeah, that is it, guys. It's just a very quick first impressions. And again, is this necessary? Not really. Even in my humble makeup collection, eye makeup collection, this isn't really necessary. It's just that sometimes I like just doing one eye look, and Cream Shadows is the best product for that. But if you are looking for an eyeshadow that you like to try and you're a beginner, I'd recommend this one. It's quite expensive, so you can just wait for a sale. I'm pretty sure they'll have a sale later on. But yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.